and then the other thing is I also don't think a lot of people are necessarily looking for you to tell them what to do. So there's a story that I tell a lot in training where I was working in a girls group home, and there was a staff that was wanting to talk about something that she was upset about or frustrated about with work and everything like that. And me being the man, who likes to give advice, that's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
I started just trying to solve her problems.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't do that. Like, I didn't want you to solve my problem. I just want you to listen.
Yeah.
And that's all she needed in that moment, because maybe she's trying to work it out in her mind, but she needs a sounding board or
human connection.
Right.
Yeah. And
so when we jump right in for solutions, it's like, well, that's not what I'm looking for. Don't tell me what to do. Just listen. Just, and.
Or if another thing I learned too is if you're confused, maybe ask the person, hey, I'm kind of struggling. Do you want me to give you advice, or you want me to listen and be here? How can I help you?
One of my friends, or one of the coworkers or friends, he used to say, what do you need from me? Like, what can I do for you in a situation?
Yeah.
So you guide me in how I can help, and then I'll do it.
Yeah.
In collaborative problem solving, which we do, it's okay, I want you to come up with ideas, and we're gonna walk through this rubric, this a litmus test on whether we think it's a good idea or not.
Yeah.
Whether we think it's going to work or not. If you do this, will it help your situation? If the answer is yes, that's good. That's one question. Does it address my concern? So I probably have a concern and a problem that we're trying to solve. Does it address my concern? If it does, yes. Is it going to cause any other problems? Well, if the answer is no, then that's good, and, so we're trying to, is it realistic that you're going to be able to do this type of thing? So, there's a lot of things that you have to kind of think about in just saying, oh, do this. There's a lot of factors that play a role. So one of the things that we shouldn't be doing in therapy now, we sometimes do it. So it's not like, this is not an absolute concept, but what we should refrain from doing as therapists, and I think the same goes for friends and parents and family, is giving advice. Because the problem with giving advice is that if you went through a car wreck and I went through a car wreck, it doesn't mean that we experience it the same way. If you experience physical abuse and I experience physical abuse, it's not the same thing. So just because you experience physical abuse and it doesn't mean that I can just tell you, hey, you should do this, because maybe you experienced it, or you have a different perspective, or you're affected by it differently than I am.
Yeah.
The other thing is if I tell you what to do and you go do it and it doesn't work.
Yeah, Janice has talked about that. Yeah.
Then it's it's my fault, and and so
maybe that's not building resiliency in that person, because they're relying on you to tell them what to do.
Right. Now, so I see myself as a facilitator. So I see myself as, I'm going to take you on a journey to find out what's going to work best for you.